Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Thepostermenpodcast, brought to you by Futurama.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
I would love to take Futurama's money.
And Snoo.
Just because we were talking about Futurama before we started recording.
We were. But we're on another cartoon. This is a cartoon hybrid movie, sort of.
Before we do that, should we introduce ourselves?
Yeah.
Nah.
I am Elijah.
I'm Ken, hello.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Lewis.
My Tyler, you sound an awful lot like a Muppet version of yourself.
Patty cake!
Oh, there he is.
There he is. He made it into our 4 minutes in, 4 seconds, 47 seconds in.
First minute.
No, Tyler's already...
There was a lot of time that just got thrown out there. Which is it?
47 seconds.
Tyler's already been here, okay? This is... He was already here. I had to sit here because my phone's charging.
Oh, I love food.
It's up
there. Let's just say we might have seasoned it a little bit.
Oh man, did you dip a potato chip?
It might have been seasoned a little.
Oh yeah.
All I want to do is quote Futurama, and he doesn't know what it is.
That's so sad.
First, you got to get the cast iron skillet, and that's why we always use cast iron cookware. But we did Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
This is the tale of an up-and-coming movie star named Roger Rabbit and a down-and-out private detective named Eddie Valiant. Ooga booga! Every moment they were together was a new adventure in trouble.
Hide me, Eddie!
Okay, pause now. Cast list.
A tune-hating detective is a cartoon rabbit's only hope to prove his innocence when he is accused of murder.
Murder!
And Bob Hoskins, my hero.
Who?
Is Bob Hoskins.
Who?
Is Eddie Valiant.
Is he the guy in that one movie with Jet Li?
Eddie Valiant. Yes, he is.
That one movie with Jet Li.
Did you not watch this?
I've seen this movie when I was a kid.
Oh Lord.
No. It's pretty. No, it's pretty. And it's pretty. Oh my goodness! This movie created so many generations of kids getting boners for cartoons. Okay. All right. This is the opening. This is the gateway drug to hentai. I'm telling you right now.
Kids getting boners for cartoons. Let's just.
Jessica Rabbit. Are you kidding me?
Christopher Lloyd is Judge Doom. Joanna Cassidy is Dolores. Charles Fleischer is voices Roger Rabbit, Benny the Cab, Greasy, and Psycho.
And that's about it.
Stubby K is Marvin Acme. Alan Tilvern is R.K. Maroon. Lou Hirsch voices Baby Herman.
But who's the sexy Jessica Rabbit?
Betsy Brantley is Jessica's performance model. I'm trying to find voice. Oh
really?
wow!
We have to go to more cast lists?
Have to go below the fold to get
Jeez.
Jessica Rabbit's voice.
Such an iconic character, and they just got to know about it.
There we go. Get into voices. Wheezy, Mr. Toad, Bullet, Smartass.
Bullet 1, Bullet 2, Bullet 3. This is insane. Hang on. This is.
Are we going to Google now?
No. Jessica's performance model.
1 of 5.
Jessica Rabbit voice uncredited. Okay, that's why it's all the way at the bottom.
Kathleen Turner.
Do we know who Kathleen Turner is?
Yeah. She was a popular actress.
I was gonna say the name rings a bell, but I'm having trouble putting a face to it.
Can IMDb it?
IMDb it faster.
Known for Romancing the Stone, Peggy Sue Got Married, Serial Mom, War of the Roses. She's in Wizards, which is a TV series.
Oh my god, he's so salty that I'm sitting in his chair.
Yeah.
What a little baby back bitch.
We heard you complain about the chair.
Lewis is sitting in my chair. Oh no, I'm gonna have a bad day.
That's my chair, Lewis.
I had to go home and put down my taco meat.
You're not getting any fucking tacos now, asshole.
I'm alright with that.
We were getting tacos?
No.
Exactly.
But Lewis made very sure he's never getting any tacos. I'm just gonna make tacos for Ken
Well,
and Elijah.
It doesn't matter. I would rather have your grandma's zucchini bread.
I'm gonna shit all over it.
Lewis just put those in the, or is that not from the fridge?
I'm
You
okay.
got it from the box.
You got it from the box or from the...
The box. You motherfucker.
But we haven't started.
We are.
We haven't done nothing.
You're welcome.
Just to make you aware.
Can't drink that now.
Did plots and ops as a cast list, and then we fell down the Kathleen Turner rabbit hole. So
The what?
Kathleen Turner, she does Jessica Rabbit twice.
I mean, did you even watch the movie?
I did. I don't know actors. You know this.
You didn't do what Luz did, not watch it.
I've seen
You
this movie.
son of a bitch!
I've seen this movie many a times. It's got a rabbit. They frame him. You know what I'm saying? There's that detective who doesn't like him.
I really thought you were gonna shake that one.
You should.
I was gonna drink it.
It's like you.
So
Motherfucker.
the film opens with film noir music and then a cartoon. I love film noir and I love cartoons, so it's just a good combination.
What if
Oh, wait.
Looney Tunes had a budget?
Oh wait, I'm in Lewis's chair.
Yeah, let's move this away from Lewis before he forgets that he shook it.
Good call. Good call.
Everything is Acme in this cartoon, and I love it.
Acme vacuum cleaner.
Mm-hmm. Acme knives.
oven. Acme knives.
Acme rat poison.
But isn't Acme like a
I
real...
missed the
Baby
Acme
Herman
rat
stacks
poison.
the rat poison to get up to the cookies while Roger's getting attacked, and you can read Acme rat poison and Acme.
Oh.
And the baby also smokes a cigar, doesn't he?
Well,
Not at this
baby,
point.
the actor does. The Baby Herman.
Baby Herman does smoke a cigar when he's real life.
Yes, the
When he's not on...
When he's not filming a
right
cartoon.
when he's not performing as a baby, which he looks like a baby, but he's not a baby.
No. As I have a quote later.
I'm sure you do.
I love the idea of cartoons being done on real life sets. It's kind of awesome.
The change to real life is so good.
Cut, cut, cut. What does it say here, Roger? Stars.
I have Tweety birds.
These are Tweety birds.
Now, I have a question about Roger Rabbit.
Yes.
I remember watching this movie when I first came to the States, and I thought it was just a cool movie. Was Roger Rabbit like...
No.
Did he have like... It was just... This
Yeah.
is his movie?
He did this, and then they made 3 short cartoons after.
Okay. All right, because
Because I watched those 3 short cartoons on Disney Plus.
Because I've always
watched
wondered
one
about
of them.
that. Because I remember watching this, I'm like, I was like, is this guy supposed to be like Bugs Bunny's like homeboy? Like I just
He's an amalgam of everything, pretty much. Like if you watch the shorts, he's like Sylvester and Tweety. He is Bugs Bunny. He's a bunch of things.
Gotcha.
But enter Eddie Valiant. The first line is "Psh, tunes," and then we find out the setting is 1947 Hollywood.
I love Bob Hoskins. Mostly
Great.
because of this movie, but I love Bob Hoskins.
So a sub random plot of this entire process. During the lockdown, I watched this movie again. And I sat back and I went, you know what the perfect present for Ken will be? If I could get something signed by Bob Hoskins. Now, I go on the internet and I'm like, why is everything so expensive? Then I remember he's dead.
Yes.
I need a moment of silence for Bob Hoskins.
Yep.
this was my Bob Hoskins movie. When he passed away, I went out of my way to watch this.
Because I was like, oh man, Ken loves Bob Hoskins. I should get it. I should get the kid somebody signed by Bob Hoskins. And I was like, man, there's a lot of things. There's so much money.
So I put this movie on, and I'm not sure how Lauren's gonna feel about it. I'm not optimistic because she said she watched it a long time ago and didn't especially enjoy it. So I was like, you need to watch it as an adult. She still didn't like it. I'll tell you what her Robot Punch rating is later.
I used to like you, Lauren.
That doesn't bode well.
And she's like, are there any names in this movie? I'm like, Bob Hoskins. She's like, who's Bob Hoskins? I'm like, are you kidding? Are you?
There's a lot of names in this movie. There's Bob Hoskins. There's Bugs Bunny. There's Mickey Mouse.
There's Daffy Duck.
There's Dumbo.
And like Dumbo comes on, like, look, name. And then Yosemite Sam shows up, like, look, name.
Ah, my biscuits are burning.
The biscuits! My biscuits!
I love that Yosemite Sam shows up like 3 times just in random things around in the background too. Like the gun is given to him by Yosemite Sam for getting him off on something because there's like a plaque on the fragment that says "Thanks for getting me acquitted" or something.
Oh, nice! I didn't
was
realize
like,
that.
awesome. Where I was near the top. You would never see Disney and Warner Brothers characters mixed ever again. This is insane. I love this.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about the wheeling and dealing that must have gone on to make this movie happen is insane and totally would not happen now. The rift is too wide now.
And when this movie was made, who do you think was like more popular? Was it Warner Brothers or was it Disney? Because you know how like back in the day, like I felt like DC was more popular than Marvel, at least from what I mean, like growing up and
yeah. The fact of the matter is, until the MCU, Marvel was on the back foot, except for the X-Men some of the time. But
X-Men was the only thing keeping that place open.
But Marvel was absolutely on the back foot until Iron Man came out, and then all of a sudden everybody started falling all over Marvel stuff.
But as far as that is concerned, I feel that it's 2 different things. Cartoons on TV, Warner Brothers had that covered.
You're right.
Disney was always on the back end of that. Movies in theaters, Disney had them beat. Warner Brothers had one big profited movie from that, which was Space Jam. That comes later also.
Okay.
So
yeah, that would have been.
Right now they're doing the way that cartoon movies used to be done. What Warner Brothers did with the Bugs Bunny franchise was they would take existing cartoons and make about 20 to 30 minutes of extra content and then slap the cartoons in the movie.
Yeah, and have it be like Bugs Bunny, like there's a framing device, so it's Bugs Bunny telling stories, or it's
Daffy Duck on the Fantasy Island,
or it's Daffy Duck, the private detective. So it's
then they can throw cartoons that mix with the theme.
Okay.
And then you have a cartoon in the middle. You'll have cartoons, but then there's like the overarching story that they made new animation for.
Gotcha.
Whereas Disney was making entire movies with new animation.
Makes sense.
The revolving wall in Maroon's office was cool. Totally in the background. No one talks about it. No, unless you're paying attention, you don't even notice it. I don't know that I'd noticed it before, but I was like, wait a second. The secretary walks across, and the whole wall is rotating through. I'm like,
yeah, I thought that's where the device was sitting.
I want that in my office someday.
I thought that's where the device was sitting that he was looking through and then spun around.
No, that was in a different corner of the office. It doesn't matter, but
I didn't notice.
It's fine. You're not supposed to. I mean, it's not that you're not supposed to, but it's just in the background, and nobody talks about it. Nobody calls it out. Like I said, I don't know that I'd ever noticed it before this watching. I've watched this movie. I saw this movie in theaters, for crying out loud.
Wow.
I was.
Damn, you're old.
I shouldn't have.
I was 1.
But I did.
Damn, you are old.
I am old. It's true.
Yeah, just like this. Kids with cigarettes. Ah, the 40s.
That was great. Thanks for the cigarettes.
The first clue of the movie: Cloverleaf buys the red cab.
Red car.
Red car. Sorry.
The red car, not the red car.
Yeah.
And thus we are introduced to the subtext of the villain's plot. changing the public transit system of LA.
I have that written near the end. It's great. I'm like, so wait a minute. But
I have a fun reduction of the villainous plot in this. We'll have to compare notes at the end.
Villainous plot.
Ooh, the fish special.
Fish special.
As they walk in there,
Do you know
that's
what
on the board.
Do you know what happens here on Friday, Eddie? The fish special.
I love detective movies. Moody barmaids, snooty drunk detectives, random bar hops, random bar patrons. I love it. Thank you, detective genre. You know what happens here, Eddie? Counting the books. You owe me money. Here, Dolores.
The moral of the story is, don't skim money out of the tills at your job. That's the moral of the story.
Yup.
Tyler knows all about that.
Oh, I do.
Then I have them written down. My favorite scene with exclamation points. Lots of exclamation points. My favorite scene in this entire movie is Donald Duck and Daffy having dueling pianos in the sleighs. Anytime I see a dueling piano bar, I instantly think of this scene and I go, I wish these ducks would come out.
The Ink and Paint Club. Seems like a strange place to get a drink. Although, seeing Daffy and Donald play dueling pianos would be totally worth the price of admission.
Amazing.
I'd do
love
it.
that scene. He shoots him with a can.
Just pulls a cannon up and shoots him.
My favorite's the hair, the ever-changing hair.
And he's got devil horns and a pitchfork. Like,
Taffy comes
and
out
there
with
again, that's-
Beethoven hair.
that's something that
That was all Disney.
you don't notice unless you notice it. Like, it's
I don't know how many times I've seen Donald Duck with devil horns.
Oh, what? It's great.
It's like a normal thing for him.
yeah, but I mean, it's not. They don't beat you over the head with it.
Oh, no.
That's what I mean.
Enter Marvin Acme and his disappearing ink. Hint, hint. Scotch on the rocks, and I mean ice. And then I didn't get that joke until I was a little older. I don't know why I didn't get that joke, and then I was like, oh, because it was dark, because the bar is dark and you can't see what he pulls out. And I'm like, oh, okay.
It's tough to see.
But he pulls out a rock.
Yeah, they actually put stones in the drink. Yeah, in the scotch.
Anyone ever put stones in my scotch, I'm gonna be angry.
But it's scotch on the rocks.
I'm gonna scotch your rocks.
I'm putting rocks in your scotch, and it's gonna be a great time.
That Betty Boop voice actress is top notch.
Betty Boop, meet your replacement, Jessica Rabbit. She's pretty much Betty Boop, upscaled and in color.
And more proportional.
I'm not gonna lie.
What do you mean? Betty Boop's head is so massive.
Yeah, Jessica Rabbit's boobs are so
Yeah, which is more proportional.
Yeah, as opposed to like her thin body type, and then she's not
Her back
dragging.
should snap in half.
She's not dragging him on the concrete.
No, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't get it. I don't understand why everyone's so turned on by Jessica. Leary camera notwithstanding, I don't get it.
I like Jessica Rabbit. I've never really been turned on, so to say, by Jessica Rabbit. Lewis apparently has one.
Pencil leavings.
That Veronica Vaughn.
Veronica Vaughn. So random. Then I just have written patty cake.
Your patty cake! Patty cake!
Oh god,
They-
such an adult joke.
They just let anyone backstage? Well, not for long.
I love the big gorilla.
Because
Nice monkey suit.
Ooga booga.
wise ass.
The way Roger moves those pictures so fast that it looks like the thing is great. That's one of my favorite. That's another good sequence. And then for the first time you see him drink, and he explodes.
Whatever you do, don't give Roger a drink. There is a bunch of, and I should have kept track. There are some really good callbacks stuff that like the drink is a really obvious one, but the portable holes.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting there. We're not there yet.
Once you get to Acme Warehouse, it's pretty much just a giant cavalcade of pay attention.
Right. There's the sledgehammer with the boxing glove in it.
I have that written down. I said,
or I should say the mallet. It's a mallet. It's not a sledgehammer.
I know what you meant, Ken.
I don't want to get comments.
I want all the comments.
Okay, give Tyler all the comments.
I want to read them all.
The window in the shade cut out. That was done. I learned from the prop show on Disney Plus.
Prop culture.
Yeah, Prop Culture. They did an episode of Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I need to watch it.
And I
should have watched it before this.
They did an episode about this, and one of the few props they have from this is the cutout of the window and the cutout of the shade.
Oh, nice.
Because it took them so long, because they actually put little explosives so the timing would work, and they only could do it once.
Wow.
So the timing had to work out to where the chair rings and then flies, and they're doing their lines, and then he jumps out the window, and then they stare, and then it explodes, and the shade falls, and then you see the window. That is all practical effects, no special effects except for little explosives.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. And it wasn't enough to break
little explosives are still practical.
Yeah. But it wasn't like CGI. It wasn't like it
wasn't camera tricks. It wasn't a cutaway and then
it wasn't actual.
It was all skills.
Throw broken glass. It
was all done like they treated this movie like the cartoon was real. Like the guy who played Roger Rabbit was on set every day.
Oh, cool.
As Roger with a hat. He had that's one of the keepsakes that they find in Prop Masters too.
Oh, so he
wore rabbit ears and did most of the acting.
He was the performance stand-in for him.
Really?
Yeah. So he would do lines off of the set, and because he felt that it was necessary, they would hear the right voice and cadence.
So he was his own Sean Gunn.
Yes.
Sean Gunn is the on-set Rocket Raccoon.
Yes.
For the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
And the Avengers movies and all those. Yep.
Yeah.
He is pretty much Rocket Raccoon, but Bradley Cooper gets the credit.
Piece of shit, Bradley
Cooper does the voice.
They both are great. Here's why Eddie drinks, we find out. His dead brother.
You skipped over.
Oh, I did.
You skipped over
oh wait, never mind.
No, because he goes.
Never mind. I take it back. I got below myself on the notes. I'm sorry. I apologize. You did not skip anything.
Ooh, I was like, what?
Vacation photos of his brother.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then you cut to. Then I love how the one side of the table's all covered in dust.
Yeah.
And the chair has spider webs.
Spider webs.
But of course, like traditional stage play, all of the newspapers tell the story of what happened.
Yeah,
I wonder if the spider webs were from Italian Spider-Man.
Maybe.
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man. It's Italian Spider-Man.
Marvin Acme, the rabbit cacked him last night is a great line.
Cacked him.
Cacked him is a great word.
Roger kills Acme. That's my...
That's not a lot of blood from dropping a safe on someone's head right there.
It's a PG-13.
No, it's a PG movie.
Okay.
Because there's no PG-13.
It's a PG. No, there would have been PG-13.
In '88, there was PG-13.
There was?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
Because it was maybe not.
Maybe look it up.
I'm looking it up.
To the Googs.
Actually, I should just go to here.
Like the autopilot in Dark Knight Rises, pay attention to the mallet that shoots out a glove that punches. Indiana Jones.
Yeah, because
Temple of Doom.
Because one of them was
Temple of Doom.
Was the first PG-13 rated movie, or was it the last PG rated movie? If it was, I forget.
Let's just Google.
I forget. I may have. Yeah. Okay. So Last Crusade was PG-13.
When was PG-13 introduced. July 1st, 1984.
84. I said it first.
84.
84. Lewis said it.
84.
Lewis said it third.
So this movie could have been rated PG-13.
Yes,
if they'd have wanted
it's
it.
rated PG.
Oh my.
So that's why there's no blood.
Yeah, I know why there's no blood, but I was like, there's a
lot of sexual tension in this movie.
It says Red Dawn was the first
Yeah, he
PG-13
googled
movie.
that too.
Yeah.
Red Dawn,
I said it first, Lewis.
but second is the best.
Whatever.
Enter Judge Doom and his weasels, and the haunting sequence that will haunt my nightmares as a child.
Okay, now you skipped over something.
Oh, I did, but
Yosemite Sam cameo.
oh, I love the Yosemite Sam.
You'll say.
My biscuits are burning.
My biscuits are burning.
Fire in the hole.
I just haven't been this close to Toon Town in a while. Knowing what I know about the judge, it's neat/interesting to see like the weird makeup and stuff that like he has an oddly pointed nose, and there's an obvious makeup line down along his jaw where his face is a lighter color and the bottom of his chin and neck are a darker color.
I just love
Was that done on purpose?
Maybe.
Oh, I think so.
Elijah, your wife's lasagna was delicious.
Non-sexually.
That's good. She was surprised that you like chickpeas.
I don't mind them.
Chickpeas are fine.
But
Isn't that what they make?
hummus out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, then maybe I like hummus.
Yes,
Hummus.
That's all hummus is crushed chickpeas.
I learned something new today.
Yeah.
And usually some
That's some spices.
herbs and spices or garlic or
I'll have to try hummus now.
Yeah.
you
Hummus
should.
is good. He's
it's
good.
Quite
Is it
good.
good?
It's very good.
It's quite good. The texture's a little weird. I don't like hummus on everything,
I like it on
but
everything.
it's especially good on vegetables.
And my body.
The judge
This was food talk.
just murdered.
Food corner here.
The judge just murdered that shoe. I want to press charges.
That shoe is so innocent. It is insane. It just comes up. It's like hi, and then he picks it up and then
Kills it.
kills it. And I'm like, that's haunting because the noise it makes is just what kills you.
I felt no remorse, sadness, or anything. I felt nothing when that shoe
was just
died.
scary because Christopher Lloyd's just standing there and he just dips it in there, has no facial expression, and then you just hear the and then it melts, and then he just comes up and just doesn't give two flying dips about it.
Me too. Maybe I am Christopher Lloyd.
And then I have a line written from Baby Herman. Baby Herman, 50-year of lust, 3-year-old dinky.
Which is pretty impressive considering he's like an 18-month-old body. So,
Baby Herman's packing.
relatively speaking, Baby Herman is
That's
packing
one
some
jacked
heat.
ass baby.
Packing some heat.
And Baby Herman provides the information we need, which is Acme's will is what we need to find.
Ooh.
Yes. Yeah, there's the way they dole out exposition in this movie is kind of interesting. This is one of the, I guess probably because it's early, but here in a little bit we get rapid fire exposition. It's like exposition and exposition and exposition and exposition.
It's
So
very.
it's-
It's like a lot of film noir movies, which is just some points have only like a few pieces, and then we gotta start moving really quick with it.
Yeah, I understand that it's a mystery thing, but the pace at which it is delivered in this movie seems not necessarily odd, but
Off.
yeah, or it just neither good nor bad, just interesting, different, just it seems unusual, maybe is a way to put it.
I don't know that much about movies, so
I
it
was
seemed
gonna
fine
say
to me.
I'm not, and maybe it's and part of it is because I was watching this movie trying to pick up on things that I hadn't picked up on before, or whatever. And so like I'm noting exposition. It's like, oh hey, here's some exposition. Oh wait, even more exposition, and then more exposition. What? Why are we getting all this exposition now?
Why did you do that?
Magic.
Roger
Why do
in
you
a
have to
hide-a-bed.
add stuff to it?
I don't know. Everyone else did. I wanted to be part of the group.
You copy.
Why are you group shaming me?
Because I can.
But yeah,
How very convenient. The will is in the photos.
I did like that. How did Roger find the house? I asked all these other people, but the liquor store guy, he knew.
The newsboy.
The butcher, the baker, the candlestick baker.
The butcher, the baker, the greengrocer. None of them knew, but the liquor store guy, he knew.
Roger handcuffing himself to Eddie is a great sequence. Roger drowns in sink. Credits.
To know the purpose of one's life must be nice.
To bring laughs.
His purpose in life is to make people laugh.
Mm-hmm. That's in the bar. He tells him that.
No, it was here.
Yes.
He's trying to throw him out.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
He's like,
right.
I can't kill anybody.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I can't like.
He's at the door and he's shoving him. Yeah.
It is antagonistic to my nature to kill people.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's trying to say.
The idea of laughing yourself to death is brought up.
I thought a couple times in my life that was going to happen.
They just put rabbit prints in the dust on Eddie's desk. They thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. Because at one point,
he touches the chair.
Eddie's holding Roger, like by the neck or something, over the desk, and the desk becomes disheveled. Like you see the stuff on the desk getting scattered. And so it's like, theoretically, maybe not prints, but like we're futzing with the dust.
Yeah.
You know, so like 6 inches to the right and 6 inches to the left of the stuff being scattered, there's obvious dust.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna like that. That's gonna look weird.
Yeah.
So later on, spoilers for 30 seconds from now, when the weasels show up and toss the joint, they would have noticed. There was evidence of.
I watched those weasels. They didn't seem that smart.
That's.
Pop goes the weasel.
You're right, but the
all
one in the pink suit was that smart, but he wasn't doing any of the looking. He was too busy threatening Eddie with a handgun. And that's another. Well, never mind. We'll get to that in a little bit, probably.
Hey Eddie, is that a rabbit in your pants, or are you just happy to see me?
Yep. We get some exposition in the secret room.
Yep.
Ooh.
And then more
Eddie
exposition. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
go
going
ahead.
back to the office.
Okay.
After, because we're done in the room for the first time, because I had her name 10 seconds ago. Dolores goes to the office to find out about the papers or something. She finds out about the court papers or something.
The probate?
Yeah,
that's later.
Probate. No, that's then, isn't it?
That's
Because that's why she walks in on Jessica Rabbit in
That's
the
later.
That's
later.
No, well, that's next up.
That's later.
Next up.
Because he goes back to take a shower, Eddie does, and that's when that happens. And then he goes back to the bar, and that's when Roger's doing the dance sequence with the guys.
Yeah, so
no pain.
We're skipping over the secret room and the removal of the handcuffs and.
Oh, I did skip that part. Yes.
Yeah, so that's where I was.
Okay. My apologies. So we're back.
I was at the secret room with the.
I didn't realize we were skipping that.
Sorry. And then you said we had to go back to the office, which is where we just left, to come to the secret room, and then we go back to the office. You're right, where we meet Jessica. More exposition for with Jessica at the office.
That's where the famous line "I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way" comes from.
Yes.
Not
what was she
bad.
doing with
I'm
her
just
arms around you?
That way.
I don't know. Probably looking for a good place to stick a knife.
Maroon blackmails Acme. That is what we learned from Jessica.
Yeah, it's... And, like, we learn... That's the interesting thing that happens here. And I guess maybe that's what is a little bit... Maybe not... That's what's a little bit weird about that, is you get a lot of facts, but you don't necessarily have the connective tissue.
No, you don't get that till
we
a little
learn
bit
that,
before Toon Town.
Yeah, I forget. Yeah, so we get that Cloverleaf buys the red car.
Yeah.
And then we get... I forget. There's more. There's exposition in the secret room, but I forget what the exposition in the secret room is. And I think maybe it's disproven very quickly.
Yeah, the secret room was...
No, go ahead.
No, you go, if you know what it was.
No, it was...
Somebody go. 1, 2, 3, go.
I think it was Eddie says... It was Maroon tried to kill Acme Maroon killed Acme so that he could get his hands on Toon Town.
Yeah.
And then we go back to the office where we learn that Maroon was blackmailing Jessica into the patty cake.
Yeah.
With Acme. Mm-hmm. And then we get exposition in the street after that because Dolores walks in on them, and then Eddie, and she storms off, and Eddie chases her down. And in the street,
she said Cloverleaf owns the rights.
Yeah, she said Cloverleaf was the highest bidder for Toontown. It wasn't Maroon. So that sort of shoots
that theory.
Yes. And then Maroon.
Yeah, Cloverleaf to own Toontown by midnight. Then they hear Roger. And then that's where the no pain happens.
Yeah. And the shaven haircut. And yeah.
Tunes are supposed to make people laugh. Laughter could be a very powerful thing. Because it changes the people's minds. It changes the bad dude's mind.
Right.
519.47. That's a lot of money. Oh, an apple pie for $1.
I love apple pie. Pie.
Good old apple pie.
There was something that was like 50 cents.
Yeah, it was like a chili dog or something.
Oh my God!
It was
50 cents for a chili dog.
That's like
Sign
Sheetz
me up.
deals right there. Right? That's where Sheetz got their
Probably
deals
a better
from.
hot dog than Sheetz.
Have you had a hot dog from Sheetz?
Have you had a chili cheese hot dog from Sheetz?
Gross.
Bro.
Bacon, cheese, hot dog from Sheetz.
So good. Did you guys try their bacon cheese tater tots?
No, I
need to try those.
They're pretty good.
As far as it goes, I'm not the biggest fan of Sheetz food these days.
Okay.
They used to be really good, and then they changed their options. But I will say that their hot dogs are still a steal. They're 2 for 1, baby. How are you even making profit?
They're not, because they're also bad hot dogs.
Say what you want.
Speaking of the $500 reward, I noticed in this movie, maybe not for the first time, but I think so, that he uses the sleeve
of the guy that does have an arm.
Of a veteran
to a Purple Heart. He's got it on him.
To wipe off the chalkboard. It's kind of awful.
Yeah. That just ups the terribleness of Doom.
I had never noticed that it was a sleeve. I always thought it was like a necktie or something. I don't know if I just wasn't paying attention or what.
It's real quick, so you're not like. So if you're looking at what he's writing, you miss it because he grabs the sleeve and then just does it really quick.
Yeah, and it was.
I was like, whoa!
It's
now
awful.
I really don't like this guy.
Yeah. So if you notice it just makes him more evil.
Evil.
The shaving and haircut 2 bits part I have written down.
Only in cartoons can hyenas and weasels be cousins. You'll die laughing like your idiot weasel cousins.
Who's the hyenas?
That's what Doom mentions yet again. They'll laugh themselves to death like the hyenas. Because he's indicating that people died laughing.
Yeah, it is possible. It is possible to laugh yourself to death.
Yes.
I felt that way a couple times. One time my brother fell down,
Did you push
and
him?
as we know, my brother's a rather large man. And no, we were playing this thing. It's called like hillbilly golf, which is like you throw these like.
Why am I not shocked by the word hillbilly in there?
It's like there's a ladder system.
It's a ladder ball.
Yeah. And so I just chucked it, and like he jumped to move out of the way, and in the process he fell down and like took the table with him. Like everything flew.
So can you go into a little bit more process of this golf?
You take your ball with strings.
It's golf balls essentially.
About that size.
It's golf balls with like 2 feet of
String.
shoelace in between, and then there's a ladder, and the ladder's about waist high.
Oh, okay, I've seen it.
And it's and there's 3 rungs on the ladder, and your goal is to like if you wrap around the top rung, it's 3 points. The middle rung, it's
What you
2
want to do,
points, the
Lewis, is
bottom
toss
rung
your balls
or whatever
onto this ladder.
But then, so why is it called hillbilly golf then?
Because hillbillies call it hillbilly golf.
I've only ever heard it referred to as ladder ball.
Yeah, there's nothing about golf in that like.
Well, I think maybe because it uses golf balls. But
Okay,
But yeah. So anyways, large man fell down. Was funny.
that is pretty funny.
Because, you know.
I too laugh at large people.
And I thought I was going to die from laughing.
There is a whole video game based on the amusement we get over people falling over. It's called Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout.
Check it out on our YouTube channel.
Sponsored.
Not sponsored.
You
Use
want
our promo code.
Don't have
See if that works. Let us know.
Yeah, keep trying. It eventually might work. Let us know what you get.
You want one final drink. You do. You don't. You do. You don't. You don't.
You do.
Judge. They should call him Judge, Jury, and Executioner. Because he's like...
He rules over Toon
He
Towns. He's decided.
He pulls Roger out and is like, gonna dip him right there. Like, wait, no trial? No nothing?
No,
Like,
Toons will get a trial.
apparently Toons are
They have no rights.
They're not. They don't.
apparently they're not citizens. Like, they're not treated like people. They're
And,
not...
like, how are they born?
They're just drawn that way.
Yeah.
I mean, so like.
That's an interesting question. Like, where do, like, are Toons... Is it one of those things where they are created and then they come to life?
They're like
Or-
Noodle Bob.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is it like? Do
The
they have a
hoy me
pencil?
oy moy.
I was just gonna ask because I mean, like, then like I feel like I would just make like I would just draw a bunch of shit.
I don't know.
I would have
It's
penis
It's
everywhere.
not clear.
Just
Take
because I'm a 5-year-old.
That's why they don't.
Wait!
let
You would have
control
penis
over Toon
everywhere with a
creation.
5-year-old? Is that what you just said?
No, because I'm a 5-year-old.
Oh.
Well, probably like a 12-year-old.
50-year-old lust, 3-year-old dinky. I'm just saying it again.
Yep. I'd give them wings so they could fly.
Flying penises.
My next note is Benny the Cab enters the scene.
Benny the Cab, Eleanor Roosevelt.
Where?
Who was in the back of the van? In the van. Oh, it's Benny.
Benny,
the
is
Cab.
that you? No, it's
Eleanor
Eleanor Roosevelt.
Another thing for prop masters I learned was Benny the Cab was real. No green screen, no nothing. They tore apart a car, stuck Bob Hoskins in a car, put a stunt driver in the car,
Oh.
and then stuck a stunt driver in the front of the car it's either in the rear or the back of the car, where he drove the Benny the Cab.
The rear or the back of the car?
The rear or the front of it was in the front or the back. I
The
don't
rear or the
remember.
back. The rear or the
Benny the
back.
Cab was a real practical thing that they then slapped on animation.
It was a golf cart.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
it
to
was
the back
more than
rear.
a golf cart.
But it went fast was the thing that they were saying. They were like, Benny the Cab went like 50 miles an hour.
Cool. So there was an actual car, Benny the Cab.
There was an actual Benny the Cab that he drove with a stuffed Roger sitting next to him that he had to act with.
Nice.
So anytime you see Benny the Cab is a real car.
And they just animated over top.
And then they animated over top of it. So there's no green screen. There's no like he did it on a soundstage and just driving, and then they put in clips of L.A. No. He's driving on the highway, and they have an interview I think with the stunt driver that did it, and he's like, "Yeah, I couldn't see where I was going."
Hey Roger, what do you call the middle of a song?
the bridge. I have that too.
I love that line. It's like my favorite line of this whole movie. I don't know why.
Gee, I don't know.
I think it's probably because it's one of the few jokes that I did not get as a child, and I distinctly remember the light bulb moment where like, oh, that makes sense now.
Yep, that was my note at the top of the second page. Roger, what do you call in the middle of a song?
A bridge!
And then I'm like, but before that they do the lever gag, and they're like, which lever? Which lever? Which lever? The sign comes out, points. This lever's stupid. I'm like, Benny the Cab seats are great.
But the thing is, but it does show you, like, it's not like the which lever was not an unreasonable question.
No.
Because there were a bunch. I mean, it was obvious. It was the biggest one.
Which one? Which one?
But there were other levers there. Like, it wasn't the only lever.
That sequence with Benny the Cab, they said was pain. Because they did it in an alley, and Benny the Cab did not want to start right.
Oh, Benny.
Now the story of how Eddie's brother was killed by a red-eyed Toon is told at a piano.
We finally get the whole story of Teddy's passing.
And Roger is crying.
Cloverleaf and Maroon Cartoons connection. A story of greed, sex, and murder.
Cloverleaf also bought Maroon Studios. The plot thickens.
Maroon is shot and killed. There's another body.
Yes. I want to watch The Adventures of Pistol Pack and Possum.
Oh, the poster.
There's a poster, a random poster hanging in the background.
While looking for Bob Hoskins' signatures, I discovered you could buy those posters, and they're from that office.
What was it? Poster picking possum?
Pistol packing possum.
Pistol packing possum.
Yeah, and he's like he's got the gangster look going on. It's hilarious.
It's great. It's like the
and he's hanging. He's wearing this like navy blue gangster suit, but he's hanging from his tail because it's a possum. And it's funny. I want to watch it.
Eddie's Toon gun and Toon bullets from Yosemite Sam. And he finally gives up liquor.
Now we know why Maroon was trying to blackmail Jessica, to protect the Toons from an unknown threat. Mm-hmm. Because Maroon gets killed before he's able to disclose the threat.
Yes. Enter Toon Town.
Eddie has given up drinking and used his most effective and most offensive bullet.
It is
on
a
the
great
bottom.
bullet. It's the Indian bullet and brings that giant tomahawk. I'm like, nope, not gonna happen now.
Yeah, it's not.
I was like, awesome.
It's not an especially PC bullet.
As it says, it's doing the Indian howl as it's flying across the
Yeah,
sky.
it's problematic. Let's just leave it at that.
Acme oversized Gag's car always makes me laugh. Overused Gag's car. Sorry.
Over what?
The car that he crashes into is the Acme overused Gags car, and if you look in the car, you see all these overused Gags.
Oh, interesting.
And I'm like, pianos.
I didn't catch that. That's funny.
Droopy! He's in the elevator!
Droopy
I
Dog
loved
cameo as the elevator operator. Yeah.
Going
Down, sir. Going up, sir.
I think that the Toon Town sequence,
Have a nice day,
aside
sir.
from introducing us to Lena Hyena, was just pretty much an excuse to have all these cameos.
Mom! That's my next note. Yoo-hoo, lover boy!
Oh, so great.
And the out of order bathroom makes me laugh.
Yeah, the bathroom that like is just bolted onto the side of this building. It's like,
there's just a hole.
This bathroom doesn't make any sense at all.
It's Toon Town. Nothing makes sense.
Truth.
Mickey and Bug show up.
You forgot the Tweety
Tweety.
cameo.
Oh, there's Tweety. I missed the note.
Tweety
Tweety
cameo.
kills Eddie. Credits. That's what I've written.
It's little pity.
Hey, Tweety.
Ran out of pitties.
Oh, no. Ran out of pitties.
Yes, and then Mickey and Bugs.
Random fun fact for everybody, because I told this off the mic. To get the rights to Bugs, they had an agreement with Warner Brothers that Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny have to have the exact same amount of screen time. That is why in every scene that you see Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny, they are in the exact same spots and they literally do the exact same thing. Because the deal was they have to have the exact amount of screen time to the second.
But not the exact same number of lines, because Bugs talks a whole lot more.
I don't think...
Ain't I a stinker?
I don't think he wants it. I do. Okay.
Well, you better give
Here's
it to
the
him.
spare. Even as a kid, I knew it was going to be the spare tire.
That's my favorite thing about Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Is like you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen every damn time.
That's why it makes
and
me...
it's still funny.
That's why it made me so mad I never got the Scotch on the Rocks joke until I was later. And I was like, oh, that's a literal rock. Like the spare tire. Everything is so literal. Mickey and Bugs. The lady saves Eddie, and then she does the Roadrunner trick to him.
Oh yeah, he rips and rips the line from the middle of the road off and runs it into the wall. So she runs into the wall.
And then he goes, works every time. So which indicates he's done it more than once.
Maybe he just knows it works every time.
Jessica saves Eddie from doom. Dumb bullets just turn a corner.
Wrong corner.
Which way did he go? This way.
Jessica and Eddie are united in their quest to protect Roger, but Roger has driven off to parts unknown.
Some of my favorite background things is there's Porky Pig's pork products that's advertised on posters.
What?
Yeah, there's these, like, in the dark alley, there's literally like these dark dank posters, and one of them's like Porky Pig's like super
Hot
plump
dogs?
pork sausage. I think.
What
I
an
think it's
asshole! Straight up just giving out and training his own people.
So, I know that's
Maybe they're non-sentient Earth pigs, not Toon pigs.
you can't see the bottom of it, but all you see is Porky Pig with like fork and knife and a big
Oh my
sausage.
gosh!
Cannibalism is a real thing.
I mean, well, I know pigs do. I mean, they eat whatever. So
Yeah, pigs will eat just about anything.
Better lover than a driver. You better believe it, Buster. I was like, this is a kid's movie. And I love it.
man.
Doom wants to get his hands on Toon Town. But why does he want to get his hands on Toon Town? We will find out shortly.
Gee, where did the judge get all this money? He bought an election, he owns Cloverleaf Industries, designs a Toontown destroying vehicle. Like, where did he get it all?
He from the robbery that kills the brother.
Shh! Spoilers!
Why did you do it?
Sorry. I thought he legitimately didn't know. It sounded like Ken really didn't know, so I was really excited.
Ken's a good actor.
I know. He did good. He did good.
Sign him up.
He turned
Well,
me.
no, this is the sort of thing. This is the sort of question that would be asked of a man if he were to try and win an election today. Be like, I've never heard of this guy before. Where did he get all his money? Is his last name really Doom? I want to see his birth certificate.
His name is
I
Tommy
want to see.
Wiseau.
I want to see his
Hiya.
W-2s and his birth certificate. Screw this noise.
Oh, hiya, Roger.
Oh, hi, Roger.
I'm evil.
I did hit her. I did.
Let's play football.
Hi, kitty cat. Hi, Tommy.
I have a question. Why was there a ton of bricks hanging from the ceiling?
Because the gag. It's Acme.
It's in the script.
It's literally has a sign. It literally has a sign that says "ton of bricks."
Yeah, but there's no reason.
for delivery, it goes right on top of the truck. So
They're destructing the wall, not constructing a wall. They wouldn't need to keep bricks in reserve.
Maybe there was a
But
brick
they-
shortage. I mean, it was the 1940s.
well, if they're making cartoons and most of the stuff is used for cartoons, and they do the gag a ton of bricks, that's what probably it's for.
Maybe.
Aha.
Well, because I feel,
Because we're literally dropping refrigerators.
This is an Acme warehouse.
Yeah.
Well, no, so it's an Acme warehouse, not a Maruna warehouse.
Yeah, but most of that's made for cartoons.
Not
stuff
necessarily.
like that.
So a lot of it's end user product. The portable hole and the singing swords. Those are boxed for retail sale.
Singing sword. We're getting to the singing sword. It makes me smile. But we'll get to Frisk the Woman, and there's a booby trap.
I'll handle this one.
And then he goes booby trap. Nice booby trap.
Nice booby trap. Wait a second, this is a kid's movie.
It's so amazing.
I had no idea what it was rated. I didn't even look at it as a kid's movie.
It's not a kid's movie, really.
My parents gave me this movie at a ridiculously young age.
I would have been.
A lot of people watched it.
I watched this movie when I was
I watched it when
5
I was
years old.
when I was real little, and the whole time I was like, "What do I remember from?"
Jessica Rabbit,
I still own.
No.
I would have been not quite 6 when this movie came out.
Veronica Vaughn.
Lewis wasn't alive yet.
Nope.
Was there the only one that
88.
wasn't alive?
Depends when it came out.
88.
When
June.
when?
June 22.
All right, I was.
A fetus?
I
Were you in your
was
daddy's sack?
16 days old.
I was 16 days. Wow.
We don't normally refer to your age in days anymore, so
We should though.
it was an honest mistake. Oh my god, I couldn't even tell you how many days old I am. I'm too retarded. I'm too lazy, and I'm too
You're about to
retarded.
use that R word, Will.
Will Doom kill Toon Down? Who will save us? Everyone's chained up. Roger? Question mark? Maybe. Oh, there's a ton of bricks. Doom is Cloverfield. Cloverfield is Doom.
Oh no.
Because that's what we figure out his plan. We figure out most of his plan. Wants to wipe Toontown off the map for a freeway?
A freeway.
And then I said, this sounds like China Salesman.
Monorail! Oh, 3G service.
Oh, Mike.
His evil plan is a freeway. I guess I lack vision because I don't care about this freeway.
Hang on, we've arrived.
It wasn't just a freeway.
I got it.
It was rest stops.
And service stations. And pretty much what there is now. That's what makes that gag great, because everyone looks at him like, you're insane.
The judge's ultimate objective is suburban sprawl.
I guess I lack vision, because that's all he kept telling Eddie was, you lack vision. To see the big picture, store chains and everything. I'm like, but we'll get rid of the majestic that is Toontown. We literally live next to a town that has cartoons.
It's sadness.
Time for Eddie to make him laugh. To death.
I'm 13,863 days old.
Wow. That's impressive.
He sat here and did the math for it, everybody.
Well, it's convenient because my birthday's in a week, so
Ooh.
Old man can.
so it's easy.
Man, we have a
It's easy.
bachelor
right now.
party and then a birthday to do.
He's getting a cake.
There's cake?
Not the bachelor party.
No, you
He's
get your
getting
cake
for
on
his
your birthday. What's wrong? Don't be greedy.
Well, I thought maybe he's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. That's
No.
Have you met Elijah?
No.
He's not gonna do that. He's gonna get you a cake on your birthday because it's your birthday, and that's when you get the cake, not on the bachelor party.
Well, you get a bachelor party cake.
We could have a bachelor party cake. There's a
I
possibility
mean,
that could be a
there's
thing.
literally there could be a cake for any
give yourself
occasion.
away.
There could
No,
be-
there wasn't a cake. But
That's fine. There
the
doesn't
sheer
need to
fact
be
of
a
the matter,
cake.
the sheer fact of the matter of entertaining cakes. I watched an episode I watched every episode of The Simpsons with erotic cakes. I was like, I wonder how mad Cat would be if I got an erotic cake.
Oh, that would be great.
That would be funny. I wouldn't be mad. I would be amused.
But then I was like, I feel like that would be a lot of money.
Well,
I could just go to
probably-
Giant and buy a cake.
Well, you could have him print the an erotic image
I'm
on
not
a cake.
I'm not asking the old ladies at the Giant.
What do you mean?
Can you put a penis
Just,
on this
just
cake?
go to a Giant that you'll
you-
never go to again.
Why wouldn't
Why
we?
would you want a penis on a...
Why wouldn't we?
Why wouldn't?
That's what I wanted.
Word on the
Why?
street is penis
Exactly.
cake
When
is
he opens up
big.
the cake, when he opens up the cake, there was a big penis.
Well, I mean,
That doesn't make any sense.
But it made me laugh.
Laugh yourself to death!
Exactly. That's what
Idea chime.
Eddie singing and dancing makes me smile. That doesn't rhyme.
No, but this does.
You can't rhyme.
Walls? That doesn't
Does it
rhyme with nose.
No, but this does.
Wham!
Kicks him in the balls.
Goodbye, weasel nuts.
That's one of the weasels that does not die from laughing.
Nope, he lands in the ink.
He
The
gets
dip.
dipped.
Doesn't get dipped, he gets dunked.
He lands in there. And then my favorite's the ghost weasel, just is like maniacally smart one that's like, I can still use this. He's like, I'm still moving this crane. I'm like, you are the smartest weasel, because all the other ones just like, I have a heart, bye.
Weasel heaven.
Or like the one weasel that's trying to pull it back in himself.
I wonder if he had a vacuum, if you could suck him up.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
That's probably another division in this movie that we're missing, is the Toon Ghost Catchers.
I'm afraid of no ghost.
Oh, it's done by the real Ghostbusters animated show? I'm in. Then I have the singing sword. That's all I have written down. I love how Doom just defies physics every now and then. He just like flies down on like his king.
Oh yeah, when he's coming down.
It was a zip line.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The only
zip
thing I
line.
could think, and I said it out loud as I watched it, I'm Batman! That's all I could think about.
Yep.
And then I
It's
laughed
the
at
year
myself.
before Batman '89, though.
And I laughed at myself for like 5 minutes.
Just looked in the mirror.
That happens too.
Now, kids, pay attention. We knocked over the desk, and the hammer from earlier is on the ground. Pay attention. The autopilot is broken, everybody. Doom. I have Doom gets flat next. If you have any other notes.
I have, yeah. The judge is back. He traps Eddie and is about to run him over with a steamroller. Eddie escapes and the judge beats him up, but gets stuck to the steamroller and run over.
I couldn't remember. Like I remember him getting run over in that sequence. Yeah, and then the next thing happens to him, but I didn't remember it was him. I'm like, somebody gets melted.
Not just any tune.
Surprised? Not really. That crazy freeway idea could have only been cooked up by a tune.
His multi-tool hand is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I wonder what he looks like.
Without the mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because it's his eyes that you see. His
Yeah, he only pops the eyes out, and then he removes the black.
Yeah, he
thing and
removes
sees
one
arm.
glove.
Yeah.
So we don't know whether there's a hand, what his other hand looks like, and we don't know what it looks like under the mask.
He's Clayface.
All I can tell is that his arm's probably gold because everything turned like goldish color that when he was beating up Eddie with. So I can only assume that he was colored somewhat gold colored on arm.
Yeah, he's probably like springy and mechanical looking.
Yeah.
I feel, but who knows? Because when his eyes bug out, they bug out into gold handled knives.
Mm-hmm.
So. Like
Maybe
there
he
again, that's an interesting little...
maybe he's related to Clamps from Futurama.
Clamps.
Give him the clamps, clamps.
Clamps.
Who's Clamps?
Ah, boy.
What kind of clamp?
Hey, buddy.
I got clamps something.
I'm so lost. I really
Hang
wish I
on.
watched that show.
I'll get you a picture.
Well, I can get to the Googs on my phone.
He's gonna show you the picture. Why do you gotta be so mean about it?
I was just saying, then I gotta go over there.
What do you mean he could just literally turn it over?
Yeah,
No, we
he
can't do that.
can.
We're not that technologically advanced.
We're just
I don't know, someone
technologically
shot.
impaired.
Did Eddie get shot? Because can't read the first word.
No.
Okay. Oh, nice shot, Eddie. That's what I have written down. Because he takes the hammer. That's clamps.
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 Give him the clamps, clamps.
Oh, okay.
He's got clamps. Because he grabs the hammer, kids, and he hits the back spigot of the car.
Yeah, the drain.
With a damn good shot.
Yep.
And sprays dip all over Doom. I'm melting.
Doom got dipped.
I'm melting. I do that so much when it rains outside. It's not even funny.
You do that
I make
when
that
it rains.
noise. I make that noise.
Judge Toon is being pretty hard on Eddie, but he shows off too much, which allows Eddie to make a plan.
Eddie's got a plan.
And that's when he gets the mallet and he shoots the valve.
Yep.
Bing.
I couldn't remember if he shot Doom first and then shoots the valve.
Nope.
But then I was like, yep, he shoots the valve.
He tries. And the question you could wonder, was that the best accident ever? Was he actually trying to get Doom, misses Doom because Doom dodges out of the way, and he hits the valve by accident?
He could have.
Are you braiding your beard hair?
I wish. I'm just twisting it.
There's a lot of fire hydrants in this building. It's the only thing that I don't like right now. There's an awful lot of random fire hydrants.
I'm not sure that I believe that fire hydrants work that way, but that's okay.
It's Toon Town.
It's
No,
not
it's
Toon
Toon
Town.
Town.
It's
It's
LA.
in Acme.
Oh.
It's in the Acme warehouse.
It's right next door. It's right. The Toon Town is right on the other side of the wall, but
I do love
There's a
when the
bit
car.
of crossover.
I do love when the car goes through the wall, and then
you
it's
can
like,
see the other
and then
town.
the train hits it. The train hits the big old car.
it's the Dipmobile.
It's the Dipmobile. I was
The
like,
dip dispenser.
I was like, so what if it tried to go across there and then just the dip car hit it? And then I was like, so would that start the catalyst in the destruction of Toon Town, or would the movie have ended with it still being attacked and only some Toon's dead from the dip?
Maybe some Toon's dead.
Um,
That is an interesting question.
and then yet again, I have Never Will This Happen Again. All these cartoon characters coming out at one time in one movie.
Yeah.
Probably why they did that. They're like, we got to do this in one fell swoop because it's probably never going to happen again. Can you imagine the pain in the ass it probably was for all of them to like argue and fight and collaborate on that?
For the time, it might have been easy. Like, for the time,
Yeah,
it might have
'cause-
just been like, here's some money, sign this contract.
Because at the time, realistically, nobody was sitting real high on the hog. It was before Batman '89. Was it before The Little Mermaid? It runs in my mind. Little Mermaid came out in '89.
What
but
about-
I don't know.
Well,
that
when
for
did Lion
sure.
King come out?
Way later.
Oh, way later, '90s.
Yeah, it was mid-90s that came out. I was near the end of elementary school when that came out.
Yeah, Little Mermaid came out in '89, so it was.
I thought Lion King came out in like 1990.
No.
No, I think I was in like 4th or 5th grade.
We'll find this out in another 10 seconds.
Go, cat, go!
1994.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh well.
The Invisible Ink makes a return, and we find out that the no love note that Roger has had the whole time is the will.
Well, mostly Eddie's had it the whole time.
Oh yeah, Eddie did have it. He stole
Yeah,
from
Eddie
him.
carried it around. 'Cause the implication is that Eddie figures out that that's the will very early on.
And that's why he keeps a hold of it.
Yeah. Yeah, because like there's a couple spots where it gets taken from him, or where he like has to sort of go out of his way to reclaim it. So it's like he understands its importance beyond. Like I said, he understands that it's more important. That it's more than a
Dopey.
bad love note written to
1,000, 2,000. And then,
Porky Pig and Tinkerbell cameo.
no, I have that, and that's my last note.
Yeah, me too.
And then they're walking away, and he goes, "Let's go home. I'll make some carrot cake." And I go, "Ew, carrot cake."
It's so moist.
Carrot cake's.
Honey Bunny is
Oh, honey bunny.
is her pet name for him. He calls her Love Cups. That's not an adult joke. No.
Hello, love cups.
in one of the cartoons at the end, they said, "Let's go home and play patty cake," and I was sat there with Porky Pig with "That's All, Folks," and then Tinkerbell shows up. The two studios and their endings. Because Tinkerbell does the zap at the end.
Yeah, the little ting with the little bop with her wand.
That's all, folks. I had 2 pages of notes for this movie, everybody.
I had no pages of notes.
You never
Surprise. But is it time
to robot punch it? Probably.
You can be.
We're done with the talking about the movie. Do you want to start it off?
No.
I'll start it off.
All right.
Since I didn't watch it, and I'm going off for childhood memories. I give this movie a 2.5 robot punches.
You're a terrorist.
He's fired.
Only for Veronica Vaughn.
Veronica Vaughn.
No, it was
So hot. 1-2 touch.
from what I remember about the movie, it was such a cool movie, but like it kind of really fucked me up as a kid. Like seriously, like I just remember being like, why am I so attracted to this cartoon? And like
You reached puberty really fast.
yeah, it was I was just like, why is this like so sexual as a kid? So it was just a really weird movie for me. Maybe as an adult I might like it more, but as a kid I just thought it was.
Yeah, you should watch it again.
You should. Do you want to go now?
No.
Okay. I give it a 5. Because love for Frank Roger Rabbit. End of discussion.
End of discussion. Okay.
I love it. It's a marvel as how this was done. It's astounding the rights. It's astounding that the live action and animation blend so well.
Yeah,
There's movies nowadays that doesn't work right.
There were lots of not necessarily cutting edge, but very unique, very difficult things that were done to make this movie look and feel as believable as it is. Like, this movie holds up shockingly well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
From a technological standpoint, from a visual perspective, because everything is practical or hand drawn. There's no like weird stilted, dated, bad texture CGI or anything in it at all. It's all, like I said, hand drawn animation or practical effect.
Have they ever done like a HD remake of it at all? You know what I mean? Like, have they?
It's a
What do you
Blu-ray.
mean? You can get it
They
on
didn't
Blu-ray.
upgrade it.
They didn't upgrade like.
They're not going to put CG in it. No.
Oh.
No, well, there's no need to.
No, it's 2D animated.
But I mean, but they upgraded it for like Blu-rays. What I'm asking, like, as in like, you know how like.
Yeah, they digitally remastered.
That's what that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, they did that because if it goes on Blu-ray, they typically do that.
Okay.
Yeah, and we streamed it on Disney Plus, despite the fact that I have it on DVD. And it looked very good.
Oh.
There are some. I didn't go into it at the beginning, but if only Looney Tunes had the budget of those maroon cartoons. There's like so much stuff done in those movies or in that short that would never have been done in a Looney Tune because it would have cost too much money.
Yeah. In the beginning opening cartoon.
Yeah, there's just lots of. It's like, oh, there's like reflections and.
It's such a crisp cartoon.
Yeah, and like the animation is really smooth. It's really, really crisp. Yeah, it looks really good. But yeah, there's reflections of like Roger as he's rolling on the rolling pin, and baby Herman as he's crawling across the sink of just. I'm like, they would have never done that in a Looney Tune because that's twice the work. Literally, it's twice the work, so you don't do it.
That's why Simpsons don't do that.
Right. It's one of those. It's unless it's absolutely necessary to have the reflections. They don't have them.
What do you rate it? Since
Oh
No, I wanted to go
discussed
now.
it.
okay, Tyler can go.
I'm just kidding. You can go.
I'll go. Do you want me to do you know what I want to know what Lauren gave it?
Oh, I do.
In Robot Punches, she gave it a 1.
In this wedding was nice. she wasn't.
Although how I asked her was, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate it?
Oh.
She said, I jokingly said 8.5. She was like, yeah, it's pretty close. I was thinking you were gonna ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate it, or how much do you love it? And she was gonna give it a 2. So that's a 1 robot punch.
Woof.
To translate.
She's moved up a notch in my book.
This wedding was nice, Ken.
Lauren, you're now on notch 1.
But I give this movie 5 robot punches. I love this movie. This is one of the few movies that I have watched, that I remember watching as a child, and I still enjoy as much, if not more. I probably enjoy it more because this is not a kid's movie.
Yeah.
I enjoy this movie more as an adult than I did as a kid.
100% not a kid's movie. It's an adult movie with cartoons in it. You're up.
Oh, okay. A couple things that made me want to watch this movie. I found a GIF, or are they GIFs?
GIF.
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 Jif.
GIF has J. GIF salsa peanut butter.
Well, memes, they're also called.
Oh no, but I found a GIF of Roger smashing plates on his head, and I was like, man, I really want to watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit again. It's been a very long time, and I was not disappointed at all. Remembered a little bit from childhood, but don't remember if I found it funny or not. I found it funny this time. Everything was funny.
You watched this movie as a kid and haven't watched it
No.
since? Awesome. Okay.
So somehow my terrible memory remembered some parts and pieces of Roger Rabbit from a kid. But 5 robot punches.
Yeah.
Yes. This may be the best
Take that, Lewis!
This may be the best reviewed
Movie.
of robot of
That's our
Posterman
title right
history.
there.
The best reviewed movie, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's
Yes.
a long ass title.
I don't care.
I make the titles, so. And you don't spell the stuff right when you send it to me anyway.
Well, that's
The really entertaining part is how you spelled Predator.
as soon as I said that, I'm like, oh, that wasn't spelled right. Oh well.
At all.
The Prodigy.
Well, I don't even. I think it
The
was.
Predator.
I think that was it. I think it might have been Predator.
2 seconds, I'll tell you.
Oh my
The
god.
movie
As
is
soon as-
done. Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Predator. Can you pronounce it for us, Ken?
Hang on.
Yeah, I think that might have been it.
Oh, pre-editor.
Or there's another
Predator.
thing. How you spell labyrinth?
Oh, labyrinth is a pain in the ass. I don't give you any
Look,
flack for.
I
for
misspelled
not
taco
spelling
once,
labyrinth.
Elijah.
My favorite's how you spell Dylan wrong 3 times.
Dylan.
I watched the
Dylan.
video and you spelled Dylan wrong.
I
In
was
the
like-
video, not once, but twice.
Oh well. He shouldn't have given me a shit movie to watch.
I'm having fun
Yeah,
looking for
His mistakes.
misspellings.
Oh, man.
Oh my. Richard Dreyfuss.
These generic actors.
They're great. They're great, Lewis.
They
When I misspell things, it's not done half-ass.
they are not done half-assed.
Public school system.
Carlisle Public School System right there.
He should be the poster child.
It's got his hillbilly golf and all
No
that.
kid left behind.
Thank you, President
Thor
Bush.
Ragnarok.
You did spell
Okay, I'm
you did
gonna
spell
stop
Roadhouse right.
Gonna stop
Roadhouse.
I like Conan the Shitty One was also a title.
Conan.
Now, mind you, on my iPad, all of these titles are what comes up whenever it comes on my iPad. So randomly, it just pops up Conan the Shitty One. But so just to do one piece of news, the Xbox S
Series S.
announced its price point and everything this week.
Yep, $299.
300.
Yep.
Has no disc drive.
Which is crazy.
Oh, is that it?
But you know what's crazy is that like that's cheaper than insulin.
As far as it goes for
Next gen?
For next gen entry level into Xbox. What's Xbox Live?
Yes.
What is it? Xbox.
You have it right. I think
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Well, Xbox Live is what you call for playing online.
Yeah.
The
Xbox new
Plus,
Xbox.
Xbox gaming
Game Pass.
Game Pass. That's it.
There we go.
Game Pass. I don't know why I blanked on that. This is like I have not. I had not been interested at all in
Xbox?
the next gen Xbox until I heard that this was coming out at $300. I am disappointed to learn that it doesn't have a disc drive. Although for $300,
I mean,
how surprised am I? But if you just use it as a platform, like I buy this $300 box,
it's the smallest one too.
I buy a Game Pass subscription. I don't need to download shit. I mean, you can download shit, but you only download shit. You don't need to buy games.
Yeah, it's not
And
bad.
down the road, you go like that's realistically going to be, or from most rampant speculation, it's half the price of a PS5.
Yeah, they haven't.
Not, I should say, not half
PS5
the
did
price.
announce it. It's gonna be
Unless it just
It's-
happened, unless it
they-
happened
they-
in the last 24 hours.
They have guesses on the internet.
no.
They announced it.
They talked about it. It was all online. I'm pretty sure they said it's gonna be.
He's looking at
It's either I think it's like $3.99 for the one without a disc and $4.99.
Yeah, that was like speculation.
No, I'm pretty sure they like because they.
Series X revealed, the release date announced.
I'll Google it.
I don't have. It's not jumping up. Sorry, Tyler. You're gonna have to edit some of this crap.
Yeah, Tyler.
Oh no, we're gonna have to work.
I guess it's set for a reveal on Wednesday.
Sony's next move after PS. Yeah, no, they haven't.
Yeah, they haven't announced it yet.
Yeah, there's no.
I remember hearing something
Yeah,
about
they
it
put
online.
speculation out. I remember what you're talking about because they had one without a hard drive, with a big hard drive without a disc drive, because they had the digital only version.
Yeah,
And then they
Right.
had the
the one with the
one
disc.
with the drive. Yeah.
Right.
But I know that because it was all online that a Chinese site was reviewing it, and they did like a translator, and they were saying like the one without the drive is going to be $3.99, and then the one with the disc is going to be $4.99, which is like the price that they were aiming for.
Yeah, and that's.
I think it's reasonable for
the
a next
smart
gen.
money. The smart money is those are the prices.
Yeah, and but what
But
like
they're and realistically at those rates,
for.
I'd probably still buy the PS5 with the disc drive.
Oh yeah, I think that's probably that's
$500.
probably where I'm gonna go, unless
if that ends up being the price.
But I was just reading an article about the new Xbox and how it's crazy how the Xbox is cheaper than insulin in the United States. Like a week's worth of insulin is like on average $314, and the new Xbox is cheaper than that. And like someone was just comparing, imagine having to buy insulin weekly and being like, oh, essentially you're just buying an Xbox Series X every week, which is insane to me. You know what I mean? Like that's just nuts. But
And the other news that I will do is that The Walking Dead's finally ending.
yep, they're thinking about making a Carol and Daryl
No,
spin-off.
they're not thinking. They announced it.
Oh, they are.
They announced the Carol and Daryl spin-off.
I don't think
AMC has nothing else but The Walking Dead.
that's really what it is. I mean, I would have I know that they're.
The Walking Dead and Better Call Saul.
I
They
didn't.
have.
I didn't even realize it was still going.
Oh yeah, no, 14 seasons.
I agree. I thought it.
Was it 14 seasons? Is what they said?
I think it's 11.
Is it 11 or
I
14?
feel like it says season 11 is its last one.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of
Walking
oh,
Dead to end with expanded
You're
season
right.
11.
I'm thinking about Keeping Up with the Kardashians is getting.
Oh yeah, that's
it's
also ending.
14
which is,
season,
which is the
awesome.
only positive sign of 2020, which is the Kardashians.
And my child.
Of 2020, I said.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Your child should be 2021.
But the announcement of my child is
Yes.
pretty positive.
I don't know. Keeping Up with Kardashians ending is pretty good.
So, but
He did have a great announcement.
We do.
He did.
Oh yeah, he did have a great announcement. I loved it. It's one of our highest YouTube videos.
It's-
3 Men and the Lewis Baby is one of our highest YouTube videos.
nah. Also, this is me personally. My prayers go out to everybody being devastated with the wildfires in California and in Oregon.
We all don't care about wildfires except for Lewis.
It's just insane what's going on the complete opposite side of the country right now, and my heart goes out to you folks. Please stay safe and know that at least one posterman cares.
I care.
So
The last time it was really bad, my friend
when
Jeff's
you
house
see
almost
some
burned
photos
down.
and they were like it's orange.
It looks like the upside down.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's scary. So please stay safe.
All
and
from a gender reveal party.
Yeah.
Never have that, Lewis.
Don't worry, I'm not picking my baby's gender. I'm gonna let the baby choose for itself.
You'll have a non-gender release party. You'll just launch neutral fireworks
Well,
up there.
not even.
You don't even need to do that.
I mean, my goal is I'm not gonna pick my baby's gender when the baby is born. I will let the baby choose, and so will it will also choose its name. It will have 3 names on the ground, and whatever it crawls to is what we will call it.
I'm calling this episode "Who Framed the Baby."
So
It takes a while for the baby to crawl. Like you're gonna
excuse me, don't call it a baby. It hasn't chosen what it wants to be. It's a baby, please. Thank you, Tyler.
It takes a while for baby to crawl.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's why
She's
I'm calling
gonna
it.
have a baby without a name.
No, I'm calling
and a
it
gender
Peanut.
for.
I'm calling it Peanut for the time being. So Peanut.
So Ken, it's that time of night, right?
Yeah, I mean, strictly speaking, it was that time of night about 20 minutes ago.
It's
Glad we went down that rabbit hole.
It's that
Hey!
time of night. It's that time of night. It's that time of night.
It's the time of night to go
It's
to
that
our
time of
website,
night.
www.thepostmanpodcast.com.
It's that
You can go
time
there
of
to listen
night.
to our website,
It's
visit
that
our
time of
merchandise
night.
shop, and click on the link to our YouTube page.
Time of night. It's
Email
that time
us
of night.
at thepostmanpodcast@gmail.com.
It's that time of night.
Find us on
It's
Twitter
that time
at
of
The Postman
night.
Pod, Instagram
It's
The Postman
that
Podcast,
time of night.
Facebook
It's
The
that time
Postman
of night.
Podcast,
It's
and
that time of night. It's that time of
Letterboxd.
night. It's
Duh.
that time of night.
Postman Pod?
It's that time of night.
I did it.
It's that time of night. It's that time of night.
The last one always gets
It
me.
was that time of night. It was that time of night.
Hey!
We'll see y'all next week.
Bye, everybody.
Buenas noches, bitches.
Bye, everybody.
Leaving it, the microphone doesn't